trip penalties as well. But I think Black Knights are going to come out and give the Zips a good game here.
So here we go. West Point's on your left, Akron on your right. And Akron losing 2 bodies on that D side right away off the break. So better break here for West Point. And West Point now making moves into the snake. They do lose a body as well on that D side. And a referee is in there checking up the center stand-up, but he's clean. So still better field position. And also an advantage on the bodies for West Point here to start out this first one. Big move down the D side for Akron. Gets all the way to the 40 Dorito in the back corner bunker on that side of the field. So he's going to have to do work from there, clock in, get a couple kills, try to even this up. And stacking up the 50-yard lines here in the center and in the snake is West Point, but I think their center player might have just got shot in there, Todd.
Yeah, he's kind of tucking in like he might have got shot. But Akron over there in that 40 Dorito getting the pressure from the 50 snake over here, and then he does get shot. So the West Point player in the center gets shot. Akron player the mini race behind the snake, he gets shot. Akron bodies dying all over the place. Only one left, and here comes the rundown from Army down the Dorito side. So just a couple bodies. I think maybe just the one body left. Yeah, just the 50 snake. And he is looking for bodies even though there are none.
Well, it's because the opposing coach was just jumping up and down, kind of bird dogging him over here. And the 2 players left alive for West Point were a little hoodwinked by that, thinking that there was still somebody left on the opposing side of the field, but there wasn't. So West Point gonna hang this flag up and take the first one. So 2 halves in this NCPA championship. It's the style of paintball that we play out here. 8 minutes and 17 seconds remain here in the first half. The score now 1-0. Solid work by West Point in that matchup. You can see here on the replay, Akron starting to wear it. A bunch of bodies dropping off here. This is the action on the D side of the field. And there's Akron just tucked in, and West Point, the aggressor, able to trade out there and take out the last thorn in their side. You can't really go hard on your shoulders when you're diving into bunkers. The shoulder joint's actually not that strong of a joint. So here we go. Akron on your right, West Point on your left. Akron down 1 now. Winstead getting shot off the break. And it looks like 3 bodies, 4 bodies dropped for West Point.
Yeah,
so
just one 50 snake.
So just the 50 snake left, and here comes Akron, but the 50 snake is going to run around and get and a major penalty on Akron. So though the last player was Gorick, left alive for West Point, played the aggressor, tried to turn the tables real quick. Sometimes that does work, but he was looking at a ton of bodies. But because he made that move, Todd, a major penalty was called, and Akron is just losing in the pit right now, very angry at himself and probably the refs. But regardless, the major penalty was thrown on Akron. So
and nobody from Army is recognizing, even though they're right in front of their pits, nobody from Army has realized that they need to blow the horn. And the pit kid, their little pit crew kid, looks like he's about to run on the field. That could be, they just got away with it right there.
So they finally do, but again, losing precious seconds. We've seen that happen a couple of times today.
Did Akron hang the flag? Akron hung the flag, did they?
Well, let's look at it on this replay. See, that was that last move right there. And then you see the major penalty. The referee's throwing those red flags in the air, signifying a major penalty. But West Point did not acknowledge that penalty for a while.
Hard to the Dorito side. Up on West Point. Oh, and West Point player takes off early.
You can't tag up, though. Looks like he was able to tag up clean. So if you leave early, you can come back and tag up. As long as you tag up before you begin and you don't get shot, then you're good to go. But Akron losing players off the break now. 2 players coming off early for them. And 3 now coming off. They still have that body in the box. So West Point definitely with the advantage here, and they make quick work. This is exactly what they needed to do. Keep as much time on that penalty clock as possible. It's a major. It's going to stay on regardless of whether or not Akron wins or loses the point. So nice quick work by good off-the-break shooting for West Point, Todd.
Yeah, West Point did a good job again getting into that 50 snake. Akron just needs to get to their spots and stay alive and burn some of this penalty off right here. You know, check out on this replay. You know, here's Army coming down the field, crossing on the Akron side, killing that last Dorito cannon, running and going to get the flag. So Akron digging themselves a little bit of a hole right here, playing down 4 bodies
Well, let's see how, West Point right now is going to try
to the mini Dorito, and Army loses one body. Referee calling him out. As he makes that bump to the Dorito, he gets shot. So, again, into the 50 snake comes Army. But Akron finally getting some bodies alive over here on the snake side. Playing in that mini race bunker, outset from the snake.
Todd, West Point has done such a good job of getting to the snake over and over and over again. They're in the 50 snake right now, and they do get a cross-field shot, so bodies dropping for Akron right now. 2 bodies come off. Again, they're still... Oh, and another penalty for Akron, so the door has swung wide open right now for West Point. That minor, I think that was a minor, though, so that minor is actually going to come off when they lose this point here. But that's going to be another one for West Point, so they're going to go up 3-1 here. Wow. And still 8 seconds left, Todd, on that major.
Yeah, I mean, after the way Akron played yesterday, I mean, to come out here and get 2 penalties really early is going to be tough on them. Now they're going to be playing 5-on-3 for, at least on the breakout. Only 8 seconds left on that first penalty, but, I mean, even still on the break, running 3 guys out makes it tough to get the spots alive, and the way this Dallas layout is set up. Running out here, you see as the replay, there's an Army player running out on the field, getting shot, shooting players.
And then he's got a buddy right behind him. And Todd, this is what we were talking about all day yesterday. I see the first push goes from the front player. That's the first guy running through. And then the guy we're watching right now track through the field. So he might be on a technical timeout. But this is actually a good breath of fresh air right now for Akron, Todd.
Yeah, if they can get a little bit extra time to try and sort out what they're going to do here. They got 3 bodies. Actually, no, they must have switched that last one to a minor, because they got 4 bodies out on the field right now.
Yeah, it was a minor.
Oh, okay, so that penalty did not stay on. So Akron, 4 bodies, and only 8 seconds left on that major. So they're only down 2 points. Definitely can get back in this game. On the breakout, player coming out of the box going to want to find a good spot to run to. Seeing a lot of players come out of that box, just breaking out far to the corners. Got to watch what's going on.
So 3 guns up off the break. Akron risks a player running and just straight running, head down to the snake. He gets shot, but that makes room for their player coming out of the box. But Winstead gets shot as well too. So Akron not looking good here. The West Point did lose a body.
Yeah, even though they did get
2 bodies.
They got to kill off the Dorito side of Army. But now Army 2-on-2 over here on the Dorito side. Akron player switches to look at the 50 snake. Army been in control of this 50 snake point after point after point.
Yeah, it's Dora in here for West Point. Now also West Point making a move into the 50 on the D side as well. So good field position again. And it looks like, awesome shot by Dora crossfield. Gets another Akron player out of that center stand-up in the yellow portion of the field. So now Akron with just 1 player over here on the snake side. And it was the man that was in the penalty box. So the 3 players left alive on the field for West Point are going to try to close this one out. And it's Petroni.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that West Point has been in the 50 snake every single game. Every game. When you get in that 50, then the tower on the Dorito side always ends up turning and looking towards the 50 snake. You don't have to. You can really just tuck in and control the Dorito side of the field. But the problem is that we've seen it time and time again. People get into the 50 snake, the guy in that Dorito side center tower ends up turning, looking this way, and grabs a face full of paint from the guy in the 50 snake. From experience, from watching this field, coaching this field, just so many games. If you're in that spot and the guy gets in the 50 snake, the better thing to do is just, we know Akron knows how to attack when they're playing 5-on-4 as they did to Florida State all day yesterday. So let's see if Akron starts running up some points against Army.
Oh, but evening up the body count and then getting an extra kill. So just 3 players left alive for Akron on the break and 4 players left alive for West Point. So this is their opportunity now to grind down that major penalty that they got.
And if you are Akron, blow the horn right now. Keep fighting 5-on-4. The penalty just started. It's going to be really tough right here with that player over there in the Dorito side corner playing 4-on-2 as the player's going to get run down. If you're Akron, blow the horn. Oh! With the aerial.
That was nasty over here on the snake side from Army. That was Hunter. Nice work by Army to make a you know, in a bad situation into a good one. You know, San Antonio X Factor, the current world champions in the PSP, had a lot of comebacks in Dallas and won the World Cup by treating penalty points as an opportunity. So if you're playing, look at this aerial right there on the leap, and then just temples this guy, bam, shoots him right in the soft spot, right on the side of his head, and drops him. So solid work right there by West Point, making it look awesome. So, so Todd, we're talking San Antonio X Factor. Their newly formed mentality about looking at.
And here comes Akron. Army goes on a big loop-de-loop to the snake. Addison Winstead chops him down, trying to make that move. So just 3 bodies left alive now for Army. Making bumps to the Dorito side. Akron losing 1 body, but getting into the snake. And Army continues to push up the field into the 40 Dorito. Nobody picks him up. But here comes Akron now into the Doritos. 1 body left alive into the 50 snake now. Akron trying to get that shot across the field. The guy he's looking for just got shot. He's walking off. 2 bodies left alive for Army. Time ticking off that penalty. 34 seconds left to go. Akron still with 4 bodies left alive. Need to get in the game over here and make a move. Here he comes.
Yeah, slowly but surely making his way down. Didn't even need to shoot that guy because he got shot cross field. And Wojtysz, yeah, Wojtysz is making good work over here on the snake. Making double extra, triple sure that he's staying alive though. So very smart, calm play over here.
Yeah, but he's not watching that box at all. 4 seconds. 4 seconds. The player's going to come out of the box and lace him up. Nobody sees it. Shoots him. Nobody slept on him. Oh, you got to watch the box. You got to know what's going on in the clock. Wojtysz turns his back to him, and the Army player comes out of the box, shoots the flag runner 1 step from hanging the flag, shoots Wojtysz in the back. But, oh, almost near disaster right there.
Too many bodies, though. He was looking at 4 guys. Made quick work of the first 2, comes out blasting, decimates those guys who just, again, dropped the ball mentally. You know, so Wojtysz was actually doing a good job up to that point, but he got that tunnel vision, man. You can't get that tunnel vision on the, you have to, look, there's a lot going on out there. Just because you're out there, you know, so you're looking at this replay, and Wojtysz was like, well, what just happened?
Oh, Carver getting shot at the start of this game. They're going to have to hustle over.
Just get there in time, tag up. You have to have your barrel on the net when you start. If the barrel's not touching the net, you will be pulled. So it looks like Akron is able to keep. Oh,
Winstead shoots the snake runner on the break again.
But then Winstead gets shot himself, and Akron loses another player, and there's going to be a minor penalty.
Oh, and a bounce. So Army with 2 bodies over here out on the snake side.
Petroni getting that minor penalty there. So here comes West Point trying to score yet another one. Before this first half ends, I think they're probably going to be able to do it. There's only 1 guy left alive, and he doesn't know where the opposition is. He gets taken out. So yeah, West Point, they might see another point here in this first half.
Yeah, that player that's running the flag in looks like he got bounced in the left arm. Poor shot. He's asking for the teammate to come over and check him. So he's got time to get a check over. 20 seconds left.
Well, his buddy just told him to, his teammate just said, hey, wait till 5 seconds and then hang it.
Yeah, so they get a run off.
Yeah, so they'll burn off that 5 seconds. Anything under 10, they're going to burn it off. And then we'll just head straight to the second half with the score 6-3. West Point's looking good, Todd.
Yeah, you know, after losing to UCF yesterday, you know, they probably got a little frustrated. Got a couple penalties. Definitely hurt them a little bit, but UCF played really well. But Akron, you know, it's tough when